Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Team Schemes. Today we're going to be in the Los Angeles Rams playbook, and we're basically just going to be focusing on two formations whenever we kick it over to the gameplay. Both bunch formations. Usually we don't like to tackle bunch formations. Typically those are thought of as more meta formations that everybody runs online. But I did really just like this combo. They both have the same personnel on the field, so we're going to be able to run these interchangeably whenever you're at the line of scrimmage. If you're in bunch tight end here, that I do have highlighted obviously on the screen, we're going to be able to get to our other formation very easily. So one of the two formations obviously that we are going to be running is this bunch tight end. You can see what our audibles that we typically go to, and you'll see in the gameplays that we're going to kind of put one of those routes to the left side of the field. We're going to put one of those on a post route, try to stretch it down the field a little bit more. But the inside zone, cross drag, obviously trying to set one of these big crossers up for a play down the field. And I just realized I had PA boot in this spot. Typically I have switch snag, and then I'm streaking that guy that's running out to the flat straight. I'm streaking him down the field typically. And then we'll come out in one of the other parts of the run game here. Typically, if I'm having the inside zone, I'll go with the inside zone split there, the X icon, kind of with our run right and our run left. And our second formation that we're going to be going to is empty bunch open, and you can just see a lot of pass plays, trying to get down the field, trying to spread the ball out. Cheat slot cross. Obviously, I'm not going to run that the pre motion that Madden has in the game. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put him on a regular route. Cheat, flood, divide, cheat mesh, all those plays we're going to be able to use. I like the slot options out of these slot choice routes, especially slot choice spot. You get kind of that Z spot, flood, sail concept over there to the right side of the field with the choice route. And this formation is just going to allow us to get a ton of routes down the field and hopefully get the opponent to give up just a few more big plays. Now we're out on the field, and I did say that we can switch through these formations kind of seamlessly. So you see we came out in the under center bunch tight end. So I'm going to be able to hit left on my D-pad here, go to my audibles, not pistol bunch. I'm going to want gun, empty, bunch, open. And then I'm going to be able to get to my audibles and be in the same kind of scheme, same formation that I'm very comfortable with. And then again, I'm going to be able to go back. Say I came out in the 5 wide version of this, I'm going to be able to condense down into the single back bunch tight end, and maybe get to the run game. So maybe that's something you want to do. Come out in the 5 wide, and then the opponent, maybe he spreads it out way wide. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go back and audible to our bunch tight end, and then now we're going to be able to run the ball. Of course, we're not going to go anywhere on that one, but just another option to give you an opportunity to get more favorable looks in your games. So now that we have all our bases covered here, let's kick it over to the gameplay. So starting with this first play out of this Rams book, obviously I always want to try and get the run game going first. First things first, kind of establish that run. But we are in his end of the field here, so I do want to try to throw the ball, maybe throw one into the end zone. Nothing open down the field. Opponent does a really nice job. You'll kind of focus on his back shell there, taking away the routes that we're trying to throw downfield. We're trying to set up Terry McLaurin on that deep crosser. Here you can see maybe we could have fit it in right there at the end. Maybe X was coming open. But overall, really good job there by the opponent, taking away our stuff down the field just long enough to make us want to scramble and take off with Josh Allen. Now we have it on 3rd and 2, trying to work the run game. Eric Dickerson, and just a perfect combination of blocks right there. You saw the receiver coming across the field, and here we'll focus on Khalil Shakir, just throwing the perfect block right there and springing us to the end zone and putting us on the board first. Now we're spreading the ball out wide. You saw trying to work that deep crosser to Khalil Shakir, hopefully getting in behind. There you see terrible user, terrible click on. Probably an unfortunate situation, but then you see we get popped over the middle of the field. His Troy Vincent, we also have Troy Vincent on our team. His Troy Vincent comes up with the ball and makes a big play. But you can see all the space in this scheme, in this Ram scheme around Khalil Shakir right there. Maybe you could argue, boom, I should have just went down, but he really does lay the wood right there, forces a fumble, big play for the opponent in a 7-7 ball game. Now we got the ball back, trying to establish the run. Here does a good job with the user. There you can see him just lurking in the A gap right there, kind of forcing us to bounce it out, and then he has a defender right there to keep us from bouncing that thing outside and busting off a really big run. Now we're going to the gun bunch empty, trying to show you here. We talked about switching between the two formations. We're in the single back bunch tight end. Now we're going to go on ahead and motion to the 5 wide. Just try to throw the opponent off, and it is going to work. You see where the flat is going to be wide ass open. You saw him usering over there, and of course the computer. I probably could have pass led it just a little bit better. Not exactly sure. It just seems like everybody kind of dumbs out on this play. You can see them click on Kerrigan up there and just getting a terrible animation. Was open in the flat though. Now we're going back to this 5 wide bunch attack. As you see, we're dropping back. You see the big crosser Y icon. Perfect, a lot of space, just going to possession catch. Not a great job by him clicking on You did notice him click on this player right here that I'm circling right below the intended target. You saw him click on that player just for a second. Kind of, I don't want to say that's what left him open, but it certainly didn't help him. We're able to hit the big play down the field right there. Quick break here. Just want to remind you guys that if you are enjoying the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I think something like 75% of you guys that watch the videos regularly are not subscribed to the channel, so go on ahead and just make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are enjoying. Then you'll be able to see whenever the newest stuff comes out. And I don't want to take away from the video for too long, so let's just get right back into it. So the 5 wide has been working, so let's stick with it. Not much open down the field. Maybe you could have saw Y right there if I would have thrown it and came back to the ball. Does a good job, though, overall, taking away these short routes. You'll watch RB and A coming across the field. Maybe I could have thrown the drag there at the end, but does a good job, again, does a good job keeping us on our routes or getting us off our routes just quick enough, just long enough there to make us run the ball. And we do pick up 6, so positive for us, but the opponent does a good job overall on defense as well. Now we're going back to the 5 wide. You saw us hurrying up right there, trying to work out of this bunch just a little bit. Thought I could hit Khalil Shakir quickly right there, but instead we end up holding the ball and hitting him on just a ton of space over the middle of the field. You can just see we're sending a bunch of routes, trying to clear out the middle of the field, and eventually we do get the ball to Shakir with just a ton of space and putting us into the red zone. Now we're back in the under center bunch, trying to get a little bit of the pass game going, a little bit of the short game. I thought we might have been able to throw that drag in behind there. Of course, goes incomplete. I thought we were going to be able to throw that X icon receiver there, and this just doesn't end up opening up like we want to. We kind of want Terry McLaurin to sit the zones to pull down with him, and then Brandon Marshall. So you kind of keep an eye on Brandon Marshall. Nowhere to go, so we thought to dump the ball down to Y, and of course his guy lights up for the incompletion there. Now you see time winding down in the first half, so we're going 5 wide, going back to that bunch 5 wide, just trying to chuck one up. Thought I had a step on him with Shakir, didn't quite work out. And again, we're just trying to chuck the ball down the field there. You see the situation, end of the second quarter. Thought I might have had him in between those 2 guys right in that situation right there. Didn't quite work out. But again, just trying to throw the ball. It is 3rd and 16. Trying to bomb the ball down the field. 3rd and 16. Only 24 seconds left in the half. So again, going right back to it. The 5 wide bunch situation, and we just see not Khalil Shakir. Shakir's been killing it, but that was Terry McLaurin coming across the middle of the field and just kind of taking what we can get, giving us a manageable situation that we can kind of make a decision from here. Of course, if it was 4th and 16, almost forces us to punt, but now it's going to be 4th and 4, as you see down here, and that kind of makes us not opens the playbook up completely, but at least gives us a few more options on this next one. So one of the options was going for it. You see we're going back to the bunch, and you see Brandon Marshall wide ass open, and he drops the ball. He drops the ball on that one, and there you can see the game now is starting to get away from us. 27-10. In the previous one, it was 21-10. We were hoping to go make this a 4-point game with this drive. And Brandon Marshall, we get him wide open. I don't want to say wide open, but I mean a lot of space right there. Maybe he could have passed it a little bit more towards the sidelines. His guy does end up lighting up, unfortunately, but still can't catch the ball, cannot bring the ball down for Brandon Marshall. Unfortunately, we don't have any deep out elite or anything like that. Nothing like that on him, unfortunately. So his guy lights up. Ours does not. Forces a huge incompletion there on 4th down. And we talked about the game getting a little bit out of hand, so we are trying to push the ball down the field. Almost clicks on and makes a fantastic play. He saw exactly what we were trying to do, and you can just see him click on to this edge defender, almost like knowing we're going to dump the ball off to Khalil Shakir. Almost gets on and makes a pick, but we do get positive yardage, picking up the 1st down there on 2nd and 5. Sticking with the under center bunch, you see what we're trying to set up. McLaurin and Arroyo on those deep crossers. Let's see if we can hit one deep. That's what we're trying to set up naturally. He only sends 3 at us. Does a good job with the user right there, clicking on and getting to the spot. But does a bad job once the ball is in the air. We'll kind of get to that spot. He knows where the ball is going to go, but he just doesn't do a great job once the ball is in the air. You see him click on with Walker and just kind of get lost. That's a tough spot to be in, clicking on and making a play like that. Heck of a job even to recognize that's where we're going with the ball by the opponent right there. Going back to the under center now. Thought we might have had the running back underneath. Instead, we dump it off to Terry McLaurin, and you can just see the benefits of there. We are trying to chuck him down the field. We've been trying to chuck the ball down the field. Does a good job with his shell right there, taking away the post over the middle of the field. So we just dump the ball down to Terry McLaurin and let him do the rest of the work after the catch. Now, again, trying to set up this quick slant, this quick over route, I guess, to Khalil Shakir. The opponent does a great job just not letting us get outside the pocket. And then, fortunately, we are at least smart enough to throw the ball away. Trying to work this to Khalil Shakir's shallow route coming across the field. Could have probably just thrown the ball to the running back as well. Had a little bit of a brain fart, just kept running back. But unfortunately, we do at least get rid of the ball. Now going back to the bunch. Obviously trying to run Arroyo and Shakir across the middle of the field. See what we can do. We do eventually find Shakir. Thought we could have done better, actually. Might have even scored if we would have just dumped it off to Arroyo. There you see the Y icon, the tight end. You can see a lot of space over there. Thought we might have been able to score, but we do pick up the first down on 3rd and 9. So now down in the red zone, just trying to spread them out. We see that option route from the tight end there. But we're just going to step up with Josh Allen a little bit quick this time. Just kind of call our own number and take it in for the touchdown. And now you can still see the situation, not getting a lot of stops on defense, coming into the 4th quarter right here. And you do see wide open again, Khalil Shakir. Just a ton of space in that area. Running across the middle of the field, open the entire time. You saw the mouse kind of tracking him. And just beautiful, making it very easy for us there in the pass game. And obviously hurrying up, not playing a lot of defense. Obviously we took those clips out. This video isn't about the defensive side of the ball. More so just looking at the Rams team scheme. Trying to stretch Shakir in the middle of the field right now. Nothing really going. Just setting it up. Stopping, making a great play, keeping our eyes downfield. You see Brandon Marshall in there with just a ton of space. And while we're on the rollout, you can just see a ton of space with Brandon Marshall. Great job again, keeping our eyes up and making the play down the field. Now we're going hurry up. Again, man. Situation is kind of dictating what we're doing with this exact scheme. But trying to dial something up, get these post routes. You can see the bunch of what we're working on. Trying to get a lot of these guys coming across the middle of the field. Thought we had RB. Need to just throw the ball. Fortunately, we do scramble out with Josh Allen. But you can just keep your eye on this bunch. Again, keep your eye on Khalil Shakir. Just going to be wide open right there the entire time. Just got to see the ball, see the route open and throw the ball. We are fortunate to at least scramble again, but probably could have had an even bigger play if we would have just dropped it off to Shakir. Now going into a little bit of ace close, trying to work mesh. I wanted to get receivers running these routes. Does a great job clicking on there with Brandon Marshall. Almost followed him. If it would have probably been anybody but a defensive lineman right here, he probably would have been able to make a play on it, but we are able to get the ball to Brandon Marshall and put us in first and goal situation. So trying to stick with the run game. I know we are down 17 points, so probably not going to end up walking away with the W, but he does a good job keeping us inside right there, not letting us bounce it outside there. You see the safety coming down and playing into the run game. Would have been an easy touchdown if not for that. So great call there by the opponent. Now we're going to 5 wide. You see what we're trying to set up. Maybe that out route to Terry McLaurin. Does a good job taking that away. We had the shallow cross. And here we just make a boneheaded mistake and take about a 10-15 yard sack. Not exactly what you want to see. So kind of put the nails in the game if the nails weren't in the game already. Again, down 17 late in the 4th quarter, sorry. But 3rd and goal, we're just trying to set something up. You see what we're doing to Brandon Marshall with that custom stem. We're going to take him wide open, just take the yards we can, at least make it 4th and manageable. 4th and 5, at least give us an opportunity to go on ahead and punch the ball in. And you can just see Josh Allen scrambling out, and he unfortunately does force that incomplete. And you can see if we just back the ball up just a little bit, you're going to see this second post wide open right here. Keep your eye on the Y icon, or the X icon rather. Either one really, and I throw the ball to the guy in the triangle of defenders, and I probably could have thrown it across a little bit across the body, but and you do see the user as well in pursuit. So would have been a tough play either way. Good defense by the opponent, ended up forcing it incomplete. Not that it would have mattered probably too much in this one. Obviously, he just gets the ball back there at the 5-yard line, and he is just going to run this ball out. Pretty good job by the opponent on the defense side of the ball. Terrible job. Obviously, we gave up 34 points in a game that we moved the ball. I don't want to say we moved the ball with ease, but we definitely were able to move the ball up and down on the opponent with this offensive scheme out of this Rams playbook. And you see it hitting double zeros, so that is going to be the end of this one. And the Rams playbook, man, really, really good. I liked both of these formations, super duper solid. And I really did think we were able to move the ball extremely well on offense. It was more so just the defensive lapses that kind of let us down in this one. But that pretty much is all I have for this one, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this one. Let me know what team you want me to do next, what playbook you want me to jump into, and I will certainly see that down there in the comment section below. And real quick before we get out of here, guys, if you did enjoy, drop me a like on your way out, and just check out the channel for the rest of the stuff. We have daily videos coming out, team schemes that you just watched here, regular mini schemes out of playbooks, sort of like team schemes or jumping into team specific playbooks, obviously, but a little bit different style of video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, again, leave me a like, drop a subscription on your way out, and I think that's all the rambling I need to do here at the end of the video. I appreciate you guys sticking around, appreciate your view, and yeah, hope to catch you guys in the next one. Later.